Hey guys, and welcome to a new episode of speed painting. Today I'm speed painting a Fortnite skin called Scarecrow. It's a new skin, I believe it's for Halloween, and I really like that skin. And let's paint it. As you can see, the title of this video is called How to Draw a Fanart. I'm drawing here a fanart, so I will explain my process. As you can see now in video, I'm drawing a rough pose just to give myself a reference, so I can outline it, then after outline I can paint. Okay, let's go slowly now. I'm drawing a pose and overall how it will look with a bit thicker brush. I like that thick brush, so it gives me a nice feeling of sketching on paper. Okay, as you can see, I'm erasing something because when you drawing, it's a really important beginning of drawing, because that beginning will determine how your finished artwork will look. As you can see, I just erase it and I redraw it, and it looks a bit better. And it's getting form right now. He's getting his shoulders, he's getting his necklace, something, I don't know. And yeah, I'm almost on outlining. When I'm transitioning to outline after sketch, of course, I didn't mention, I'm sorry, give yourself a couple of reference, like I'm doing here right now. On left side I have some reference, on right side I'm drawing. And don't draw on whole canvas. You can easily in digital, if you're drawing digital, you can scale it, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. Of course, that's the power of digital drawing. Next, I'm outlining. As you can see, I pick a new layer and I'm drawing a thin outline. I believe it's 3 pixels wide or 2 pixels wide brush, and I'm making it look a bit sharper, and so I can easily paint it. Try to make outline as perfect as it can be. I don't mean perfect, so don't make some mistakes. Of course you can make mistakes. Some artists even make mistakes, so it looks a bit better. Drawing, its way of drawing. Don't make mistakes in a way of details. Draw details correctly. Don't draw details incorrect. You will learn when you start a couple of drawings. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting all those tiny stuff. I'm erasing something, I'm putting something new. You can of course change a drawing in outline. It's your drawing, you can make whatever you want to your drawing, and don't be afraid. As you can see here, I started to paint. Painting is the most hardest, is the hardest process of all. It's not really the hardest, it's most time consuming. It took me about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. I didn't watch on clock, but it took me about 2 hours, and sketching and outlining took about half hour. And yeah, 2 hours. I want to get all those shadows right correctly. I have to make some of my shadows. I can't trace it because it's in different angle. My fan art is in different angle than that original art I have in left corner. And yeah, as you can see, I'm getting all those tiny little paint brush strokes and all that stuff. Of course, use lasso tool. That's really powerful tool if you work in Photoshop. Of course, you can work in anything you want. You can work on paper. It's, I think, a little bit better if you work traditionally on paper, because then you develop more artist skill. As you can see here, I removed outline so I can correct it a little. now all those tiny corrections. Of course, there are plenty of painting ways. You can paint in I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of different ways. Here I'm painting. I don't know what kind of painting is this. Something. It's not really the greatest painting, but I'm painting it. As you can see here, I started a hat. You don't have to paint everything in the same time. You can work as me. First face, then head, then body, then legs. Whatever you're drawing, you can separate it. It will be easier to you. Of course, you can work all in the same time. Some artists even do that. They work all in the same time, and they are good at that. It's your painting. You can do. It's your drawing. You can do anything you want to it. I'm just giving you a couple of advices that I learned. And yes, as you can see here, I getting all those tiny little brush strokes, and that's it. Oh yeah, and I will mention just and at last, make a new layer on top of all layers you have, and make some highlights. Put some white and maybe some darker place, so your drawing and your painting looks a bit, how to say that, crispier. I hope I say it well. It looks more fresh, something like that. Never mind, that's it for this episode. I hope I learned you something. I definitely learned from this sketch something. Of course, try it yourself. You will learn the most of painting and how to create fan art if you try it yourself. Take a couple of reference images and start. You can't make mistakes.